All right, so we got Egbuka film study by Jack and Kruger. I've been looking for some film on him or something to watch on him, but I haven't found nothing yet. So um, what we got, man? Shout out to JK. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Two footage.
Stock has went up. His stock has went up. I just thought about that. Jalen McMillan dealing with an injury right now. With that being the case, the 3 spot is Jalen McMillan's spot to lose now. He was solidified the number 3. Unfortunately, if Emeka Egbuka is talented as he's been advertised and as people been talking about him to be, that's gonna be unfortunate for Mr. McMillan. I like Jalen, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, if Jalen comes back, I mean, Mike and Chris miss games very often, so he still be in the rotation. The 3 spot might be taken
here for this video because it's a receiver video. Don't get to see a lot on the broadcast. He only had the 1 catch in the game, so
I think he had 2
sure I was
catches.
gonna make a video, but I figured, hey, I want to watch the film, see exactly how he did. I do actually
I'm not mistaken.
film on a decent amount of players I don't end up making videos on, especially in preseason when it only takes like 15 minutes to watch someone's film. But I have to say, the second I started watching this film, I'm like, yeah, this is a video because he was really good. Even though he only got the ball on 1 play. Let's get into it. So first, let's start off with the play you see on your screen. Curl route, 3rd down and very long right here, 3rd and 15, trying to get to the 35-yard line. You see when this play begins for Egbuka, one thing I just really was so impressed with in this game was his route running. I mean, the guy's doing such a good job of...
This is nice off the strength that look at how low he is already. He's completely bent, about to make a turn. This corner is not even. He's still turned around. He's not even in position to even make a play if the ball is already out. I can't even see quarterback under duress. So
selling as though he could be going deeper down the field. Even now, you don't know exactly where he's running. Is he going to be cutting over the middle? Is he going to be stopping? Is he going to continue to be running deep? You see the corner and how he's basically just facing the back of the end zone away from the 1st down marker, the 35-yard line. So watch how when he stops, there was a little bit of a window. Now, the player covering over the middle of the field did a good job of kind of covering that up, but really it was just a well-ran route, right? I don't blame Bridgewater for not throwing it in that direction. It was going to be tough. Windows were always going to be small there, but it's just a well-ran route, and that's what I feel like I saw a lot of with Egbuka. Like, this one's actually a really clever play by him. So what's going to happen here is this is a man coverage concept, running a route over the middle. Okay, these types of plays can definitely work and get open. But when this play begins, so he quickly gets the inside leverage, but watch how he's running this route, where he's essentially creating a pick play with another defender. He sees another defender in the area and is,
it's smooth too because you do like a post corner. So he could. The safety really don't even where he's at right now. The safety is trying to prioritize him right now. So he could be going in. He can do a post corner. He can just be running a post.
Knows where this player covering him is, and is essentially just trying to create a little rub route that way. Watch him do that, and he cuts over the middle so well. He gets a good amount of separation. Again, ball doesn't come to him, but that's a really well-ran route.
Oh, safety is supposed to play up. Okay, so he did say before this play that it was man coverage, but in a situation where it would be zone, or let's even say like a cover 2 man. It's they in a kind of a tough spot. It's a 2v1 spot, so it could potentially open up something for somebody else.
And I have to say, I think I'm going to make this comparison. And I don't know if it's sacrilege to say, comparing him to another Buccaneers receiver, but it reminds me of Mike Evans in the route running. This play is probably the best play of how I mean that, where sometimes what happens is you do such a good job of fooling the defensive back that you're going up against that a play like this can happen, where it's a one-on-one matchup. In fairness, it's a cover 2 man play, so you do have help down the field. The defensive back who's covering Egbuka knows that. But once this play begins, again, you see Egbuka, there's a little hesitation. It's so subtle, right? Just that slight little hesitation. And you see the corner, look at his hips. Again, for corner, where your hips are turned is everything. He's in towards the sideline when we know Egbuka is running a deep shot. The corner is not even close to trying to prepare for that, and even the safety hasn't come over and tried to make that play work. Tried to cover a deep shot potentially. He probably should be doing that. That's probably not the best job at a safety on this play, but still, it's in part because of the route running of Egbuka. Watch how, it's a shame the ball did not come in his direction, because that was an easy touchdown had Bridgewater been looking there. Again, can't blame Bridgewater. You're for one thing, it's preseason. It's possible the coaching staff is telling him, hey, can we see what this other guy has? And also, he threw to an open guy who just couldn't make the grab. But for Egbuka, it's good stuff. Like, this play is another example, again, that kind of subtle route running and how, you can really freeze the corner and then get to where you want to get to quickly. Because that's one of the issues of route running is you see a lot of times in college, you'll see this guy who's like an amazing route runner, but then the question is, does it work at the NFL level? Because if it takes you 5 seconds to fool someone, and then when you fool them, you get wide open, that doesn't actually help you at the NFL level, because now you've taken 5 seconds and the play is over. You need to be able to not just fool the defender you're going up against, but quickly fool them. So here, one-on-one matchup again, you see the route that Egbuka is going to be running. And once this play begins, again, you see right here, pausing at the beginning of this route, where is he? If you didn't know where he was going, how would you know at this point exactly where he's going? He could be cutting right up, cutting down, continuing to run deep. There's really no way to tell. You call this the stem portion of the route because like a route tree, right? There's that stem and it can branch off in many directions. And good route runners, you can't really see anything in the stem portion. You never know exactly what's happening. Or sometimes you can kind of fool them and make them think something's happening and then go somewhere else. But really, you want to not give anything away here. Again, the corner going up against him, you see how his feet are planted. He's ready to cut, in left or right. So when Egbuka just runs around him, he just now has more speed and, he's able to gain that extra step. Again, there was a window there. That was a completion had the ball gone in that direction. So it's just really good stuff. Also, this next play, what's going to happen is, so this actually was another target for him. Had a couple targets, only the one catch, but it's a zone coverage concept. You see the route that he's going to be running, just trying to get into a gap in coverage. Nothing too fancy here. But again, watch him wait until he starts to cut, underneath, right? Or closer towards the bottom of the screen. You see how he starts as though he's just running straight down the field. Now is beginning to cut. And because he did such a good job of that, there's just space here, right? The corners and the safety are just now realizing, oh, that's what he's doing. And at this point, it's too late. Bridgewater makes not really a great throw on that one. If that was a good throw, again, that's an easy completion, and they're able to pick up a first down right there. It's the little things. There's a lot of good route runners in this league. There's a lot of fast players in the league. But the best receivers are both. You have to be able to get to your spot quickly, and you have to be able to run routes effectively. And he's doing both of those things. And probably no better example of it was the touchdown pass, which got everyone excited about it. Let's get into it. Here it is, 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bro, the adjustment on that ball that he made was crazy. Not gonna lie. That was very nice.
Yes, Egbuka, one of the more impressive games where you only ended up with 5 receiving yards. You see the route that he's running, trying to get towards the back of the end zone, really towards the corner of the end zone, try to gain some space that way. First, when this play begins, you see how, kind of, that's a little fake as though he's going to the right, gets to the left, has the outside leverage. And now for a defensive back, it's tough, right? Essentially, you know where Egbuka is going at this point. On those previous plays, he's trying to not sell it. At this point, I'm showing it to you after he's already given away what he's doing. He waited a little bit, but for the most part, he's just going to try and see if he can outrun the defensive back. And that's what he does. He runs to the spot where he can look back, the defensive back can't, and just adjust nicely to the football and makes the catch and gets a touchdown right there. So yeah, this is really impressive stuff by.
I'm not a Steelers fan, so I don't watch who's in what jersey number, but it's so weird because it's like the first person I think of when I see 26 is Le'Veon Bell.
Emeka Egbuka. It really is. Obviously, this is going to work in terms of just being able to get him open in one-on-one situations this upcoming season. But again, while Godwin's banged up for the start of the year, eventually you should have Evans, Godwin, and Egbuka. And what this can do is essentially allow all 3 of these guys to not just be able to win, but help run setup routes to get each other open, right? One guy can take away 2 guys, and you can do all those types of things that are important. And with all them being great route runners, It's exciting to think about. It really is. It is, of course, just preseason. We'll see what happens once you go up against better competition and all of that good stuff. But ultimately, yeah, very, very impressive performance. It was not just the one play, although that one play was pretty good too. So yeah, those are my thoughts on all of this. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all.
I think knowing pace and space, knowing like even some of the IQ stuff, that IQ, like simple IQ, subtle things that he does, um, that will help him succeed against veteran corners. He got a really good feel for the game, really good instincts. Just does a lot well. So kind of a perfect fit, knowing that they already got multiple receivers. He's not forced or asked to do a lot week one. But because they're veterans, he potentially could break out and be the best receiver on his team. Potentially. But we'll see. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Bless.